to BritDoesBBQ. I'm Mr. T, welcome to the Las Vegas Valley. We're going to do another cook on the Masterbuilt 560. I've got some beef short ribs in the sous vide that have been in there over 24 hours. I'll show a little video of what I did before, prior to putting them in the sous vide, and then what we're going to do, we're going to take them out, we're going to put a rub on them, and then we're going to smoke them for a couple of hours on the Masterbuilt. We're going to chuck in some wood as well there. I think we've got some hickory chunks there I'm going to put in with it. So let's get in the kitchen, let's get cooking, and we'll get this pit lit. Now it is windy again, we've had a few days of wind. Hopefully it won't affect the smoker too much. Let's get cooking. So these are my short ribs. Look at the marbling on that. Let's see if I can get a focus. That is impressive. This one, not so much, but we'll cook it anyway. And then this other one, you can see there, again, the marbling is fantastic. So what I'm going to do with these, we're going to season these up, salt, pepper, garlic, just as traditional. I'm going to sous vide these in the sous vide for, I haven't decided yet, maybe 24, maybe 36, maybe even 48 hours. What I'll do is once they start smelling and I can't bear it anymore, I will take them out. Well, let's get these seasoned up. Just using regular salt. And we'll go in with the garlic. I meant the black pepper. And then the dusting of the garlic powder. There we go. Make sure all sides are covered. As you can see, well seasoned. Don't want to make it too salty. Right, let's get these bagged up. Now, so this is the bag I'm going to use, quite a big one. Got to be careful with these bones. We don't want to rip the bag, so I may double it up. There we go. Vacuum seal. When it's ready, we're just going to put a second seal in that, double seal it, just put it down maybe a centimetre and seal again. Okay, as you can see, we have a perfectly double seal. Here's the bones, hold the plastic that way, again protecting those bones. Get a second bag. Let's see if we can get it that way. Yes, we can. Here we go. Vacuum seal. Okay. So again, we've got our double seal. So we're going to fold over this. Again, we'll just keep protecting them bones. This meat side will get nicely cooked in the sous vide, and hopefully this will protect any punctures that are happening. Right, let's get this in the sous vide. Here they are. See what we've got inside? Wow, I can smell them. There's one. There's two. Look at that one. Little focus. Beautiful. Right, being the idiot that I am, I forgot to press record. Okay, so I'll tell you what I've done. I've seasoned these up. What I've used is a half teaspoon of minced garlic, a half teaspoon of minced onion. I've used a half a teaspoon of celery salt because we've already seasoned it with salt and pepper and garlic before. I've used a quarter teaspoon of ground mustard. I've used just a few chili flakes, nothing serious, just to give it a little bit of heat. And I've also used a teaspoon and a half of brown sugar. Mix that up in a bowl, and then I've seasoned the meat. As you can see, it gives it a little bit of texture. Brown sugar's there to give it some caramelization. Try and do all sides. I'm going to let this hang out whilst I go and set the pit. I'm going to set the pit to 225 degrees. This has been cooked at 130 in the sous vide, so we know that the meat's cooked and we know that it's tender. We just want to get some bark on the outside. We want to get it nicely coloured, crisp it up a little bit. So we're going to start at 225 for 2 hours, maybe just ramp it up to give it a bit of crisp at the end. Okay, I'll see you at the pit. Right, let's get this Masterbuilt lit. I thought I'd show you some of the modifications that I've done whilst we're here. Come and check these out. First one is this middle shelf. I've put that in because I like it, because at the grate level it gets quite warm. The probe for the Masterbuilt is on the middle section, so whatever food you put here, you can put water pans underneath it, and you can pretty much show that it's going to be the right temperature of what the probe's telling you. I like to use this as grilling. This is smoking. Obviously these are the usual ones. Also underneath here, don't know if you can see it properly, but I've done a triangular piece of stainless steel just as like a heat shield. Makes cleaning a lot easier. Also, just close that. Also, I put a lid on with some seal around it, just to help shut it down and to keep it from leaking, because these seals, if you've got one, you'll know they're pretty terrible. Last but not least, I've put a snuffer in. This once again helps put the fire out at the end. Nice bit of kit that. Saves a lot of coal. Okay, I'm going to get this fired up. As per usual, I use a piece of kitchen roll, soaked in a little bit of oil. I'll put that in there, light it, open up the top, and let it get going. And once it's up to 225, I'll come back and put the meat on. Okay, pit's to temp. I've got a couple of baked potatoes on there, and we're going to put these on the lower level. I'm a bit worried about that wind. I have put the temperature to 250 just to try and compensate, and we'll let them smoke for about 2 hours. Chuck some hickory chunks in the ash pan, and we'll come and see it when it's done. Now let's take a look. Holy moly. Look at this. Just look at that. I think these are about done. Let's give them about another Another 20 minutes. I think those will be right. I'm excited. Okay, it's dinner time. Look at that. Let's go and give them a test. They look fabulous. I mean, seriously, come on. Look at that. Let me just show you that. Textured seasoning on the top. Pull back on the bone. Something tells me this is going to be nice. Even the ugly sister has turned out nice. So that one's for Mrs. T, that one's for me, and this one we're going to taste. Let's cut into it. Let's first of all take it off the bone. And let's slice. I mean, come on. Look at that. Let's give it a taste. Okay, it's taken me maybe 30 hours to cook this. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh my god. You're just going to get 10 minutes of meat in this now. A little bit of brown sugar, perfect. A little bit of chilli, perfect. But it's just the way it's cooked. Sous vide. Telling you, it's the way to go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you've not tried it, I recommend you try it because it is just, it's just a different taste completely. And you can just leave it in there and forget about it. But the smokiness, even I can even taste the smokiness of that hickory, and I didn't use a lot of chunks. So, would I do it again? Yes. In fact, I want to do it again in a minute. Mrs. T and I are going to have some baked potato with it. But this really is one of the best cooks I've done. Like and subscribe. Come and see me when you want to do some cooking. Thanks a lot.